Hey, it's time for Trailer Talk, the only show where 6 self-proclaimed experts react and nerd out on trailers from their unique POVs. Editing, sound design, production, marketing, and acting. Sort of. This week, it's Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's 4 hours long. God help us. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, Nolan North here. It's Trailer Talk. We're back with the Retro Replay team. Stephanie, Paul, Pagan, PJ, and Drew. We're here to talk the latest. And today, super excited about this one, Zack Snyder's, his cut of Justice League.
Hashtag Snyder Cut.
Hashtag Snyder Cut.
Let's take a
Snyder Cut.
And that does not refer to his circumcision.
Well, let's hope it does.
HBO Max. Oh, it hurts, it burns.
Oh, I didn't hear it. That was Nolan saying that.
Nolan
That was Nolan. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not what I watched.
That's amazing.
This is the
I heard
bootleg.
it's definitely that.
Dubious Dubs, it's another version.
I'm in the dark, among the stars.
Oh, so this is new.
God is
So this is new.
dead.
So this is the Amazon.
I had a dream,
Amazonians.
almost like a premonition.
This is new. All this is new. Barely.
There's an attack coming.
My lord, this world will fall.
I need warriors.
Nice.
I'm building an alliance to defend ourselves.
How do you know your team's strong enough?
So that's
You can't bring
that's all
down the
old.
charging bull and
I
don't wave the
am
red
so
cape out.
gobsmacked. This is the first time I've seen it.
I want to know more about the big iron metal
You're sent here for a reason.
hammerhead shark looking dude.
Oh, that looks cool.
And even if it takes you the rest of
That's
your
cool.
life,
That's every teenager's dream.
find out what that reason is.
Girl is suspended in the middle.
The black cape Superman.
Now, is that a wardrobe choice or did it just get dirty?
He said the age of heroes would never come again.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
It will. It has to.
I'm Ben Affleck.
I think Drew likes it. I can kind of hear him
Snyders.
groaning.
This is cool though. Hold on, wait for it.
Yeah, wait for it. Yeah.
Where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right?
Hey.
Batman.
And yeah. That scene made me go, okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, talk about the studios giving into fanboy and I mean, there was even a petition for him to say that line with 2 memes crashing together to make that happen. I mean, like that alone, I was like, yep, okay, I'll watch it. Yep, I'll watch it.
Well, this
Sure.
is kind of controversial, this whole thing, because Snyder stepped away to and Joss Whedon came in, was supposed to just finish the movie, and he ended up changing a ton of stuff, and it pissed people off. And now it's just, they're double dipping on this. Now Snyder's come in to finish his movie, his vision.
But I think it's
and,
fan driven. That's all fan
for
driven.
sure.
Like they
Yeah.
were insane about it.
Yeah,
The
but
first
I mean
one
that's
sucked,
the
though.
thing. Yeah, so I think it's going to be really interesting to see. I want to watch both of them and kind of go, oh, he changed that. Oh, that's what happened.
But how do you talk about the trailer and not a comparison of the 2 directors and the 2 movie styles? Because that's all
It's
I'm
hard.
thinking about. It's
It's
all I'm
hard.
thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I actually got to work in this booth with Zack Snyder. He wasn't with me, but he was through the
Well,
headphones.
that would have been a good story if he was.
He's a really cool dude. He was really cool, and I sent him my resume. So,
Dear
I'm
Zach,
like, I don't
I'm a
just
really
do
big
what-
fan.
I'm a really big
Here's a
fan.
handwritten resume.
I'm
It's
a
like on
really
a piece
big
of
fan.
toilet paper.
Yeah.
I know this is a lot to ask, and you're probably not reading this, but
I know this is a lot to ask, and you probably just muted me. But
Yeah. Unsubscribe.
I'll be honest with you. Was never a big superhero fan. I'm not a big fan of the DC universe. It wasn't until Christopher Nolan did Batman that I even cared. I watched this trailer and I was like, meh, seen this before, heard that before. I hated the first Justice League, but just knowing what went behind the scenes and the controversy and everything there, I have to watch this. I mean, and then with Leto's Joker and my thing, and we'll get to this later, but the two completely different ways to go about making and shooting a movie. I want to put them side by side because as much as I like Joss, I did not like the first Justice League. I thought it was crap. So, the trailer didn't grab me. It was so. I've seen it a million times, but I will watch this movie because of the controversy. And I think, Nolan, to your point, that's why they get to double dip. Because every fanboy in the world, if you look at the comments already, it's a big Zack Snyder love-a-fest, and everybody wants to see it. And I love Snyder's way he does it, like 300, and watch him in the color and everything. I love him, so I'll watch it for that reason.
The one thing I want to just say about this is I'm absolutely going to see this movie. But if we're just talking trailers, I wasn't a big fan of the trailer. As a matter of fact, show me less. Show me very less, and it's just gonna. Oh my God! What did he do? The idea that people want to see what he's changed. It's like I don't want to know some of the things. Just and like you said, it's just sort of like, okay, there's the big explosion and there's the bad guy. It's just there's nothing that.
And Snyder is such a good character act. Like he's so much in the characters and the backstory, and that was part of the conflict and everything that he likes to do in the characters. Make me a trailer of that. And because I saw that trailer before in the first one. Yeah. Show me why you wanted Cyborg at the front. Give me that story. Show me those elements of character, and I go, okay, this is what's missing. That's what was I missing. I'll watch that now. Don't give me another blow 'em up trailer.
I'm so glad that you're saying all this, PJ, because I'm the same. I'm watching this trailer and like, first of all, I don't really like superhero movies. I don't like the Avengers stuff. I don't like any of that. And I'm thinking, why don't I like it? It's because I don't care about these people or whatever they are, superhero. I don't care about them. I don't care about their story. So then it just looks like animated figures like killing each other.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be the outlier here. Yeah, and I actually probably won't watch it either. So.
Well,
I don't.
We're gonna. You know what? We should just go. We'll get beer and we'll drag him to a theater. Like you get the beer,
watch it.
but you gotta come watch.
Like he'll get beer and he'll go anywhere. He'll go anywhere. He'll get in that booth with you if he knows there's beer in there.
Personally, I think it looks great. I'm very excited about the Snyder Cut. I hated the Justice League, and I was annoyed that I did that because I listen. There's a whole lot, bunch of crap said about Batman versus Superman, whatever. But in this trailer, you see bits more stuff that kind of reflects off of that. So if you remember in the Batman versus Superman video or film, I don't know if you remember, they have a clip where it's this alternate universe that Bruce Wayne is having a nightmare, and obviously that last clip where the Joker is in that, it's all the same aesthetic, it's the same coloration, it's the same thing. So I'm going to guess that's within his head somewhere, and that excites me. I'm very excited to see Zack Snyder's cut of this because I just hated Joss Whedon's cut. And I'm a big Superman fan. I love the MCU, and I'm very excited for DC, and I love Batman, but yeah, the Justice League the first time was just a womp womp. Yeah, I haven't been a big fan of a lot of the DC lately, their movies. I liked Wonder Woman, and I have yet to see Aquaman. Sorry.
Yes.
So watching this, I didn't like the first Justice League, so I kind of agree with the rest of you about wanting to see how Zack takes this movie. I think it's really interesting that this movie is 4 hours long and that they only shot 5 minutes worth of footage for this new film, which is crazy to me. So I can't imagine how much stuff was on the cutting room floor.
Is it really 4 hours long?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna dial this back. I don't think I'm gonna go see that. I don't have 4 hours.
Yeah. That's gonna be a lot of beer. That's gonna be a lot of beer.
Yeah, we can't afford that much beer for Paul.
As far as I knew, though, I thought they were going to be releasing this in segments on HBO Max. Is that right?
I think they backed off on that.
Did they?
I think originally they were saying but then Snyder came out and he's like, no, it's all one big go.
Down.
You just
Get
sit
the
down
adult diapers.
Well, he loves
just sit in for the long haul.
action scenes. So.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what was the last 4-hour movie? Like
The extended edition of Lord of
Lawrence,
the Rings.
Lawrence of Arabia, and it literally, that movie literally had an intermission built into it, so you could get up and go pee.
Yeah, true.
Like you literally had, so maybe HBO Max is going to be like, okay, we understand at the 2-hour mark, we're going to have intermission. It's going to be
Isn't
music.
that funny though?
It's another movie sponsored by
They used
Depends.
to have to put in intermissions before we could pause a movie or a live event.
I mean, guys, I'm on the fence on this. Like, I mean, just based on the trailer, you're right. Nolan, I agree with you. The trailer's meh a bit. I actually think the mystery had me more than actually seeing the trailer now kind of makes me. There's not a lot. Like, there's new stuff here, right? Don't get me wrong. But there's not enough stuff here that I saw that's like, oh my God, like this is a completely different movie. I'm not sure the Justice League movie is good enough in the first place to warrant, like, I don't think you can make a better movie out of that. Does that make sense? Like, you can make a somewhat better movie, but it's not gonna, you're not gonna take this from a 4 to a 10. This is gonna go from like a 4 to a 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be, I don't think you can make this movie that much better. And so I'm a little bit like, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm a nerd. I'm gonna fucking watch this movie. Like, so
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter. They got my money. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think Paul had an interesting take on the idea that you don't really, a movie like this, there's not, you have to have a characters you really root for and you really want. And it's why, like, Indiana Jones, it's like he's that everyman. You want, you just rooting for him because you can kind of put yourself in the hat with the whip. When it's superhero movies, it's like popcorn fun. I get it. My problem is not as much that there's, they're superheroes and, finding that feeling of like, rooting for you, like in that personal way. I have problems with such massive ensemble casts and the storylines. There's like multiple storylines, and it's like I'm tracking. I'm like, well, wait. So that was Cyborg talking to? Wait, who punched the guy with the hair? It just starts getting muddy, and you have okay. So now it's we saw what's the name? The Flash, right? And he's the girl. So is there a love story there, or is that just
a flashback? It's
just there's so much. Going on.
If I could just piggyback.
I just kind of like, God.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I think that's why I don't think this movie is going to be successful. Here's the deal. Marvel crushed it. And here's why they crushed it. They had a plan, right? And this movie exists without any plan going forward or backward, right? Like, they didn't earn their way to Justice League. They literally made 2 Superman movies. One was good. They had no Batman movie with Ben Affleck. Aquaman came after. Wonder Woman was the only outlier here that kind of stands out as like the gold standard, and no one's communicating. Like, no one has any idea. Like, all these characters live in their own kind of like vertical. There's no intermingling here. There's no build up to make the Justice League movie work yet. They needed to spend time in this world to make us love these characters more, so that we understand when things are going bad, like we care, or when one of them looks like they're about to die, we care, like in Infinity War. So I think this lives as an outlier too. Like, I don't think whatever happens, however these changes are being made, I don't think it affects any how DC's moving forward. They've already recast Batman. They've already, like, the Flash director has changed like 10 times. Who knows what's going on with that? Like, I think Ray Fisher's out as Cyborg. It just to me feels like a wild goose chase.
And do you know what else? You know what else I think has a major problem with this film if we're comparing to Marvel? Marvel found a way to infuse humor.
That's why they brought Joss onto this one, though.
Yeah.
Iron Man was he missed the mark because it wasn't. But these characters aren't funny. DC's a little darker. It's like it's got a little more edge to it. Batman is, this tortured orphan, boy's orphan, recluse basically. I mean, let's think about it. I have a cave and I live with an old man. Okay, seen that story.
But I think
was that just your Catholic high school?
I think you're asking for too much faith in the studio system to fix what's really broken, across all those comic books and those characters. Yeah. They're looking at an opportunity here to make more money off a movie that didn't make enough money for them. So even though it made like $675, they wanted more. So they only gave Zack $20 million to redo this. And the reason why they could do that is because 2/3 of the movie was left on the floor. So Josh added so many things that he wants out there. The Russian thing in Act 3, the Kent family farm going up for repossession, all that is gone. and then they go dig out all this other stuff. Now, if you look at why I think this film's is going to be a much better film, I'm going to say 7.5, is just because of what Snyder does. So, for example, one thing that you don't know is that most movies are shot on that 2:3:9 aspect ratio. This isn't. He shoots on 1:6:6. He shoots on this tiny little tall format where you get right in on the individual characters, and it feels more closer up on the individuals. So half of what they did was to go back and take all the footage that they had and then repurpose it back to get it into cut it into its other format. And then if you look at it, what else he does with the way he does his colors and his time ramping and the way he does those snap zooms, it's going to feel different. And you add all that character stuff on top of that, you're going to have a much different movie. The trailer doesn't show any of that.
No.
There's none of that in the trailer. And that's all the reason why I want to go watch that. I mean, did you know this was shot on film? And the cameras that Snyder uses, he uses those old Arriflex cameras, the 435 and the 235, I think it is. I love those cameras. You love those cameras, Drew. Those are our favorite cameras when we shoot commercials. Yeah. That's not what Joss uses. Joss goes and uses these Panaflex cameras that are completely different. Snyder shoots everything on Leicas. Joss doesn't shoot on Leicas. Leicas are like those beautiful portrait lenses. Like everything just looks better. So I want that. You should have shot me that stuff. You should have showed me that shit in the trailer. And then I think you would have brought in a whole audience. But all the Zack Snyder fans are going to watch this, and they're going to put it up frame by frame. They're going to see it darker and the color patterns. And they're just going to go, look, it's so much better. But they failed that in the trailer. And the studios just playing to the base. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of beating us over the head with this movie. I think it's nice that Zack is getting the chance to do it in his own vision. But I agree. I feel like there really is no point other than to try to make more money for the studio with this film. But I am interested to see how he does it. And there were some things I liked in the trailer, but yeah, it didn't really stand out as an amazing. And I think it's because we've seen it before already. So I think if it had been a whole new separate movie, shot again, which that's a lot of work and money, but I think that would have been a better outcome even for Zack.
I don't know. I feel like, maybe I'm just in disagreement with everybody. I think everything looked new. Everything looked like stuff that I hadn't seen before. I loved the opening with Superman and everything because I just felt like it wasn't done right in the original. I like the darker tones of it. I think MCU have a great balance of comedy and those kind of dramatic moments. Whereas I think DC is just naturally darker. Lean into that. Mm-hmm. Lean into that darkness. That's why I loved those coloration, the color palettes that Zack Snyder uses. And this, every frame of this, to me, felt like a comic book. And I was like, perfect. I want this. So this is all I want. Because, from 300 and everything, every single frame, I'm like, yes, I'm loving this. I can see this on the page. Especially just everything with, Batman in that kind of discolored. I presume it's a dreamland, but it's supposed to be, the multiverse where Superman, I think, sided with the Russians or something, right? Yeah, I'm very excited. I actually disagree with a lot of it. I actually think the trailer got me really pumped because I hadn't seen most of the stuff before.
Well, my biggest problem with this trailer, as I have with most trailers, is I'm not in it.
Yeah.
I can make that happen.
Yeah. There's a strongly worded letter going out to DC tomorrow. Don't you worry.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's a pattern, Nolan. Something's up, bud. Something's up.
It's just, I get put on the cutting room floor all the time.
You're going to be on this one today,
weren't
too.
You the mustache that they CG'd out?
I was not.
The beard.
He mocapped the upper lip, though. The replacement shot. Yeah, I think a half page of a comic book is also the same framing Snyder uses. It's at 1:6:6, a half page comic book.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's the comic book guy, I guess.
Okay. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Zack Snyder's getting too much airtime here.
He's getting too much airtime.
But it's
I think it's a big swing. I hope it works out for HBO Max and Zack Snyder. I don't know if it will. I hope so.
Legendary came after them when they did that and I think they had to make some separate deal because I believe it's coming out in the theater on the same day or something. Is it not? That's a long time ago. I heard about that.
It might be.
I think That's
'Cause
HBO Max's whole thing. It's like every movie that they launch is in the theaters simultaneously in a month on HBO Max. So you can watch it for free. Not for free, obviously. Pay for HBO Max and you can watch it for a month on that platform or go see it in the theaters. And I think in the theaters it's probably like a standard theater runtime like of 3 months or something like that.
Because Legendary put up 75% of the money both for this one and Dune, and so they're like, no, get that in a movie theater. So I think when they announced that, they sued them or threatened to sue them or something. I can't remember. I gotta look it up. I'll watch it though. I'll watch it for all those reasons, just to see how the films are made differently.
Yeah.
I'll watch it just because I got 4 hours.
Bring a catheter and
I'll watch it because
1 hour intervals.
I'll watch it because you guys are going to bring me beer. So.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paula. Yeah.
Lots and
We
lots
all
of
have our
beer.
motives.
I have a feeling like hour 2, I'm going to be like, give me one of those.
It probably it'll be like one of those movies where it's like on the 5th beer. This movie's amazing. Oh my God.
Just get stoned and watch it. It's just like, that's beautiful, buddy.
We should have a watch party with
good.
Paul Both, like a 4-hour watch party where we just make Paul sit and watch for 4 hours.
Drunk movie watching
and or high.
Yes.
It's like
film watching.
Truck movie.
it's like this could happen.
This is real, buddy. This is happening right now.
Whoa.
Well, that's it. Zack Snyder, I hope you're not watching because everybody but Pagan isn't quite sure about this unless there's alcohol involved. But we're all nerds. We like DC. We just like movies and we miss movies. That's probably the best thing any movie we talk about has going for it. Everybody's dying for anything right now.
True.
Okay?
Yeah, true.
So, we could remaster the shittiest movies in history, and if they're in the theater, we're going to go see them. It's Trailer Talk for Nolan North. That's me, who wasn't in the trailer, again. And the rest of the gang, Steph, Paul, Pagan, PJ, Andrew. We'll see you next time on Trailer Talk. Thanks for watching / listening. If you want us to talk about a movie or a game or any kind of TV trailer, just let us know in the comments below. Also, if you're into what we're doing, please subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by using the join button below. Don't be afraid. Click it.